let's talk about how to open up Final Cut. So the first thing you have to do is find your dock down here. You come down to the Final Cut logo, which is this Final Cut Pro. It's the movie slate with kind of the rainbow thing going on. You click on it. In this case, it's already open, so it'll open right away. If it's not open yet, it'll take a touch of time to open. Now, if your computer happens to have the vanishing thing like this, you go down, you hover on the bottom, you let the dock appear, and you click on Final Cut the same exact way. If you have what's called a vanishing dock, that means it disappears when you move the mouse up. Now, you got to move the mouse down to expose it. Lastly, if you're having a hard time opening Final Cut Pro, come up to the spotlight, which is this magnifying glass up here. Click on that, click on Spotlight Search, and just type in the first couple letters of Final Cut Pro. It will find it for you. Go ahead and double click on Final Cut Pro. It will open it for you. You came down here, you opened up Final Cut Pro. Sometimes you click on this, it will bounce for a while. In my case, it's already open. It's going to be very easy. Now you're going to see the last person's thing in the library window here. This is called the library window here. Down here, this is called the timeline or project. So you're going to see the last person's stuff in here. You don't have your own stuff yet. So we're going to go ahead and click File, Close Library. In my case, my library is called Nashville Chicken. So let's say that this Nashville Chicken library is the last library. I'm going to go ahead and click Close Library. There's nothing here now because I got all the libraries closed. Now remember, my videos are meant to do this stuff. So in a moment, I'm going to have you pause and close any libraries that are open on your library. And I'm going to have you open a new library, and I'm going to have you open a new project, create a new library, create a new project. So in this case, it's going to say, it says open library here. I'll show you how to do it from the drop-down menu. You could click here, but I'm going to go File, New Library. Now you're going to call the library by your name and a favorite color. So I have a library here that's called Keel Purple. So I had you close, you go File, Close Libraries. I had you close libraries to close out any old libraries that were left open. Then I had you go up and do File, New Library, and you called it by your name and your favorite color. But notice that down here there's no project open, no timeline open. On this particular version of Final Cut, I could, since nothing's open, it'll have this little button here I could click. If I click on it, it will give me a new project. But again, I'm going to show you how to do it from the drop-down menu. You come up to File in the drop-down menu, and you go to New, Project. You've already created a library. Now we're going to create a project. This one I'm going to name by my name and a favorite food. Now I have a timeline down here. This is the project. It gives me a timeline. This is where you do the editing. Up here is the library. This is where you store your clips. This little part here is called an event. You could create multiple events, and that just kind of helps you to kind of organize your library. You could put different things in there. I'm going to do that now that I got it clicked on it, and I'm going to call this Keel Carne Asada. Carne Asada. And then maybe that could be just one thing. In my taco movie, I do a scene on carne asada.